Alright, what's going on, nerds? Damn, what's it been? 4 months since my last video? Yeah, you can tell I'm definitely the real go-getter and the pitcher of consistency when it comes to doing videos, but it's a long story. I've been gone so long I might get into it one of these days, but not today, man. I got so much stuff to get caught up on. I'm getting close to probably about 200 albums that are just releases in general that I haven't shown on here yet. And I'm trying to keep a list of everything I haven't shown, and it's getting towards a couple pages now at this point. So I've got to start catching this up. Before I do that, I wanted to talk about some concerts that I went to over the summer. Especially this first one I'm going to talk about, which I promised all the bands that I was going to do it, and here it's been 4 months and I haven't yet, so sorry guys, I'll get to it. I'm going to get to it today. Before we get started, listening to Faceless Burial-Grotesque Miscreation, their 2017 full length, I believe. It's the only full length I have out. Awesome death metal out of Australia, I do believe. Just been listening to this quite frequently. It's just something about it's kind of been, I keep coming back to it for whatever reason. It came out on Blood Harvest, as you can see there, so I picked mine up on Nuclear War Now, and I'm pretty sure they've got quite a few copies left, so if you want to go check that out, if you like what you hear, of course there'll be links for all these bands that I want to talk about today, so you can go down below and check all that shit out. I can already tell I'm extremely rusty at doing this, so we're going to try to get through this. Okay, so the first show I went to was back in June. I think it was the 28th. And it was a local show, which was nice, because normally I'm traveling anywhere between 45 to 2 hours, 45 minutes to 2 hours to go to any show. Because, I mean, it's kind of dead around here. So this was really nice to be able to just take some random back road and get to where I was going and be there in 15 minutes. So, really cool place. It was the Nook Tavern in Morganton. And, extremely small building. I think they had a little side room for like pool tables or whatever, and they just moved it aside, and there's no stage or anything, just a little room where the band set up and played. Like 10 to 15 people were there. Extremely small show. And but I mean, every band came and gave everything they had. You wouldn't have known that there was that little amount of people there, but they definitely showed out. So I was really kind of getting depressed all summer, and I didn't really want to talk to anyone and go get more merch like I should have, but this is the only thing I came out of there with was a Medical Aftermath sticker. The first band that played, they were really, really good. I really enjoyed them. Definitely bringing the energy. Unfortunately, right after, maybe a week or two after the show, the band split up. And I think I'm friends with most of the dudes on Facebook. And I know they're trying to go out and do their new projects and trying to get all that going. So good luck to them. I hope everything works out for them, because they were definitely really good to see live. Lots of energy. And speaking of energy, Divine Treachery came on after that, and goddamn, I mean, not to say that these other bands didn't sing professional, but you could tell that they've really been holding their chops and been working together for a while, because they definitely knew what they were doing. And they were all over the place in terms of energy. All the songs sounded great. Everything was really dialed in. They were a super tight band, and it was just a fucking great set that they played. So I'm definitely looking forward to seeing them again. In this band, who headlined Altar Blood, which I had this EP already. I think this is their second one. And they do have an album coming out soon. If not, it might already be out. I'll leave a link, and you can go check it out and see if it's already out. So it's kind of like a Black Death Doom type of band. I don't want to say Doom. It's like, I liken it to Black Witchery with a little more Doom into it, if that makes any sense at all. It's just kind of what I get from it. So definitely go check them out. They were fucking amazing, like I knew they would be. They were kind of really the only band that I'd actually heard before the show. But yeah, it was a really good time, man. I had a fucking blast, considering I was kind of in the beginnings of going insane and just being a miserable fuck all summer. And also, back in September, I guess about a month ago now, I went to the Cerebral Rot and Fetid tour, the Greenville date. I'm trying to find it on here. We're right there, September 21st. So I had to go a little ways, but it was a fun show. Yeah, I don't know where I was. I had something else I was going to say about it, but yeah, I guess I'll just talk about it. The opening band was Corpsemower. I think they're from Greenville, actually. They were like a, I don't want to say like a sludge band, but they definitely had that kind of southern rock sludgy sound to them. They were a lot of fun to watch. The second band that came on absolutely blew me the fuck away. It's fucking Demiser. This is their second demo, I want to say. God damn, man. These dudes are fucking going places. Really, really want to see them again. Stage presence was flawless. Their energy was flawless. Just very, very, very polished, very tight band. Definitely go check these dudes out. I know they're going places, man. It was just a fucking blast to go check them out. I got a shirt from them too. I tried to get everything I had, or I could, from them. Just a plain logo, but Demiser's fucking the shit, dudes. Definitely go check them out. And then Fetid was, of course, awesome. I had their new full length as well as Cerebral Rot, so I didn't get any of that. What bummed me out about Fetid, which they played an amazing show, but they didn't have any shirts on my size, and I definitely wanted to pick some up, so that kind of sucked. But I did get this Cerebral Rot hat. There you go. And a long sleeve, because I knew it's starting to get chilly. I better warm up. But yeah, I absolutely love this damn thing. You don't get to show shirts off very much on here. But yeah, there's that. It was a really good show. My buddy Wolf was there and kind of hung out with him the whole night. And yeah, it was just nice to get out of the house for a while and kind of actually going to that show kind of revitalized me and made me feel like I wanted to come back and do videos. So yeah, just a really good night. It really has been awesome for me, and just to be able to go to shows and shit like that and kind of get out of my comfort zone for a while. I'm really kind of antisocial, and especially over the summer it's been even worse. So anyway, that out of the way, I've got, I believe, 10, maybe 11 albums to talk about today. So I'll just kind of go ahead and go through them. So back when I did one of my last tape updates, I was talking about the Blaspherian tape, and Apollyon from Blaspherian, who did vocals, actually got in contact with me and said, hey, I want to send you this other project I was a part of. It's called Crown Beheaded. And I've been meaning to show this and talk about this for a very long time. He sent this to me probably back in February, I want to say. And it's very similar, man. If you like Blaspherian, you should definitely get into this. I believe this is their only release they ever did. It's their 2012 demo. I don't think it says it on here. Shit, I've not even opened this. I know I've listened to it because I was doing it online before he sent it to me. Fuck. I'm fucking sorry. But yeah, I don't want it to sound like I'm not appreciative, because this was a really cool gesture from him, and I definitely was very stoked to get this. But I mean, it's very, very slamming, punishing, not slam, but just heavy, punishing death metal from Texas, I believe. And they've got Dwayne Timlin was playing with them on this, who's done, Forest of Impaled, he was in Broken Hope for a while, I think he was in Dying Fetus for a little while, Brutality. But yeah, I mean, it's whatever, just very solid, punishing death metal, like I was saying. And apparently this is not for sale. He told me that they never officially released it, so they were just kind of sending it to their friends and stuff. So I'm absolutely honored to fucking have this. So, dude, if you're fucking watching this, the fact that I'm not open it, don't take it as a slight. It's been fucking crazy. I have listened to it. It's fucking awesome death metal. So thank you so much for sending this. Sorry it took me so long to show it off. Fuck. This next one we've got is an EP I've been really into. And I believe I picked this one up probably in January. This is Oraculum with Sorcery of the Damned. This is their 2014. I believe it's 2014 EP. It's like some Chilean. I know they're from Chile. It's death metal, kind of reminiscent of I don't know, maybe Pinnacle, or I guess you could say Excoriate. And I really love the art on this too. It's very, very dope. But yeah, the band's been around since 2011, I think. They've only got 4 releases thus far, which is their first EP. Before this one, they had a single out. I don't think any of those songs ended up on anything else, but they do have a box set with this and the first EP on it, so if you want to go check that out. Yeah, just overall, it's really dirty, very grimy, very just nasty death metal, and I really have been coming back to this quite frequently. Fucking good shit. And yet another one I picked up early in the year, and this one's just kind of weird, man. It's just, I don't know, it's kind of, I wonder why they made this into a split. It's just like, hey, we like your stuff, you like our stuff, let's just throw some shit together. This is a split from Hades Archer and Sabbat, from the Japanese Sabbat. And I really don't know what to make of this. So, Hades Archer, this is one of their last releases before they split up, unfortunately, which is a bummer because I fucking love this band. It was already an EP, the Unus Cantus Bestiae, whatever the fuck. It was already an EP that they'd released separately, and then they put it with this split with Sabbat. But it sounds really, really good. I don't want to, to make a knock on it or anything. It's just kind of odd that they would do that. And Sabbat's side is just a fucking, it's a live album. It's not a live album, it's just a few songs. But I mean, it's just, I don't know, man. It's not recorded very well. It just sounds even more cheesy than usual. It's still fun, though, but I definitely prefer Sabbat's studio work more. Obviously, I mean, I think most people would say that. I don't know, it's a bit too raw. It's not set up to really flatter them, I don't think. But, I mean, you got your lyrics and everything in here. Both bands. Yeah, that's about all there is to that. I don't know, just a weird split. Like I'm saying, I love Hades Archer. I love both these bands, really, but Hades Archer is definitely the better one, the better side on this. Their barbarity shines through, definitely. Yeah, I mean, it's just, they did a really good job with this. And there's a Black Witchery cover on here. Fuck, what was it? Heretic Death Call. So, I mean, pick this up if you're interested in it. It's just kind of, I don't know, I'm not saying that this is an uncommon thing to just kind of slap two things together, but it just kind of feels that way. And I don't know, it just doesn't flatter itself. But that's not to say that it's not good and I don't enjoy it. I've obviously been wanting to talk about it forever. And we go from that live side on the Sabbat piece to another live album, which I was blown away by this, honestly. This is Countess-Into Battle. And it's actually one of the best live albums I've ever heard, man. I think this was recorded back in '96, but they didn't release it till 2017. I can't understand why, but this is really, really fantastic stuff. Yeah, it's just Dutch black metal at their finest, man. Everything sounds very prominent, very tight. It's recorded very well. Great chemistry with the band. There's a flyer in here for Haydn's Heart that I forgot was there. And it's, like I was saying, like one of the best live albums I've ever heard, man. You can definitely get a feel for the band's early stuff. It's a great snapshot in time, really. They just did a really good job on this. And it says in here somewhere that they recorded it in, fuck, where was it? Recorded it in November 2nd, '96. They mixed it November 5th and 6th. And then I don't know if they just never released it or what. I guess not. I mean, it just came out a couple of years ago. Yeah, man, really, really good stuff. If you're into Countess at all, definitely go pick this one up. It's one of my favorites. And I don't want to say like there aren't any good live albums out there, but most of the ones I come across are just shit. But this one's done really well. I just typically don't get into live albums, but this one's, especially if you're going to start out with Countess, this is a good place to start because it's got a lot of their early classics on here, and you can kind of go from there and kind of spread out and see what else you're into. Because I know a lot of their later stuff I'm just not that into, but this one is definitely the shit. Alright, and you're probably going to start seeing some stuff that I know Eli's already shown off, and he's beaten me to quite a few things that I've been meaning to show forever. This is another one I picked up in January or so. This is Shroud of Satan, of Evil Descent. Really good German black metal. It's mostly like mid-tempo stuff. A little on the depressive side sometimes, not quite. I don't know, it kind of reminds me of probably Sad from Greece. It's nothing you really haven't heard before, but just for whatever reason, I keep coming back to it. I don't know, I just love the way it sounds. I love this art in here too. And I want to say this is an original copy. Yeah, it's on the Soul Records original, which I think these are limited to 500 copies, something like that. Yeah, I mean, I've been really getting into this band lately. The first album, At the Behest of Time, still on my want list. I haven't picked that one up yet. But they have been making the rounds. They've done splits with Cosmic Church, Blood Red Fog, Norns, and I want to say another band, but that might be it. But yeah, man, it's a very, very solid band. Nothing, like I said, nothing you haven't heard before, but I don't know, I really dig it, man. It's every once in a while I keep pulling this one back out, just out of all this stuff. It's just like, Shroud of Satan. It's been getting played quite often. And next going to I don't want to say quite yet, but it is definitely right now the front runner for album of the year for me. And ever since I discovered this band last year, I've just been all about their shit. I'm trying to pick up everything. I think I only lack one more release from them. This is the new one from Dauþuz-Monumentum. Holy shit, man. Just excellent, excellent German black metal. Everything they've ever put out is just perfect for me. I have not heard a single bad song, a single bad riff, a single bad anything that they've ever released, man. If you are into maybe Ungfell, I guess, there's no reason not to like this. The only thing I don't like about it is the shitty digipack, but it's whatever. The music's the only thing that's important. But man, it's just, there's no reason not to like this. Excellent riffs, excellent vibe, flawless atmosphere. Just check it out, man. I promise you won't regret it. If you're a black metal fan at all, definitely go look into this. And like I was saying when I reviewed their EP for my 2018 album of the year list or whatever, you know, they're talking about, it's just like lyrical content. It's all about like ancient mining. I don't want to say ancient mining, but like kind of medieval mining. Just, and they definitely kind of, I mean, it's kind of hard not to fucking fit that vibe or whatever when it's coming to cavernous stuff. But I mean, it's, you get what I'm saying. I'm obviously really, really rusty at doing this. But yeah, I mean, for me, it's easily one of my favorite black metal bands right now. And I'm just so glad I kind of stumbled upon this. I believe the digipack is limited to 400 copies. And originally I was going to get this on vinyl. They had a, I think they had a couple, let's see. They had maybe, no, they had, it came out on just standard black, and they had one that was bone colored. And I actually went to order that, but they were already sold out. So then I saw one that said it was gold, and I went to buy that one, but I didn't read what was gold, and it ended up being their very first full length. So that's what I ended up getting. That's kind of how I accidentally got it. So I was going to get this on vinyl, but I got their first album on vinyl. I mean, it's whatever. I'm really pleased with that album too, and I'm going to show it here in the next couple videos. But that was just kind of a weird thing that seemed to happen. But anyways, you can't go wrong with this. I promise you, you will enjoy this if you just go check it out. So Dauþuz-Monumentum. This next one is a demo from a band. I can't believe I didn't hear about them until this year, really. I mean, this is some amazing death metal. Not in the terms of that it's super original, but it's just so fucking heavy. It's so brutal. Just been really digging this one lately too. This is another one I just keep coming back to. This is a demo from last year, I do believe. This is a Mortal Wound with Forms of Unreasoning Fear. This, I think Maggot Stomp put this one out. Just some fantastic LA death metal. One of the best bands I've come across lately, if I'm being honest. And I believe this is their very first release, man. And there's nothing to this, so this is all there is, man. Yeah, just punishing, relentless riffs, extremely catchy, perfect production in my opinion. Everything sounds really bright, really clear. I don't know, it's just a complete package with this band, and I'm really looking forward to seeing what else they can come up with. Just some awesome shit, man. That's really all I gotta say about that. I want you guys to just go check this one out. And you know I'm already horrible at describing music anyways, but just let this one kind of simmer on you a little bit. Just go check it out. I promise you you'll like it. And this one's one that, I don't know, it's like I really liked it when it first came out, and then it kind of, when I got it, it was like, eh. Then I started listening to it again. It's like, fuck, I love this shit. And this is another band I just kind of stumbled across recently. This is Nocturnal Departure with Cathartic Black Rituals. This is this is a new one too. This is their 2019 full length. Black metal out of Winnipeg. Yeah, I think they're from Winnipeg. This is their debut full length, if I didn't say that already. They've released this on a couple different formats, and Redefining Darkness did the CD version. I want to say this one's limited too, but I don't remember specifically. But I don't know, man. I love this fucking album. The riffs are fucking superb. Definitely what I'm looking for in terms of that style. I'm going to try to make a comparison. I don't think it's really going to be that apt, but if I had to compare them to anything, it'd probably be something like Naderwrath, but like if they had more of a death metal, thrash metal background, something like that. Yeah, this turned out, for a digipack, this one turns out really, really good. And I love I don't know, their corpse paint just looks very fucking clean. Something I noticed. Like they took some time to make sure those lines were perfected. But there's really nothing in the book at all, just some credits and a live shot and the band as a whole. So there you go with that. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of like Naderrath style black metal with a little bit of death thrash kind of mixed in there. You can definitely hear it in the riffs. I don't know. I really don't think that's an apt description of this band, but I've really been digging this shit lately. Go check it out. Let me know what you think. Really cool shit, honestly. Yeah, just let me know in the comments about this one for sure. Getting to the last couple. This is another one right here. It's going to be a front runner for album of the year. Just fucking loving this one. This is Gardsghastr. I think that's how you pronounce it. Slit Throat Requiem. This is I want to say this is their first full length. Might be their only release. I really don't remember. This came out on Profound Lore. Really kind of an international super group here. I don't want to say super group, but I mean, it kind of feels that way. You've got black metal from Sweden and the U.S. You got members from Skafe, or however you say that fucking band. Chaos Moon, Beheaded-Eternal, Beheaded-Eternal. I can't fucking see. You know what band I'm fucking talking about. Triumvirfoul. I think one of the dudes played in Vital Remains for a little bit, at least live. I'm trying to show you guys this, but it's kind of doesn't really want to show up right in the light. But I don't usually go for the symphonic stuff, but it's this one just feels a little different for me, which I'm definitely a big fan of this. It's like feels extremely bleak, very hopeless. It's like I want to say it's honestly like some DSBM stuff with a more otherworldly atmosphere, if that makes any sort of sense. Just go check this one out. This just feels a little more evil, a little more dark. I'm definitely rusty when it comes to these videos, man. I'll get better if I can stay consistent. But yeah, there's that. Honestly, I think this is perfect music for like a rainy night or something. It's really been blowing me away lately. Been coming back to this one very, very frequently, especially since the weather's cooled off. And I picked this one up probably back in whenever it came out. I want to say February or March, maybe April. I've had this one a while. I've been meaning to talk about it. All right, last one. Damn, I thought this would take a lot longer. This one's kind of an odd one, and I really don't know what to make of it. It's been something I've been really having a hard time trying to figure out how I was going to describe this on the video. But I'm definitely curious as to what you guys think about this one also. This is the new one from Cemetery Lights, the Underworld. This is their debut full-length on Nuclear War now. I think it's black metal from Rhode Island. I'm pretty sure it's a one-man project. At first, when I started listening to this, I didn't think there was any guitars in it. I had to listen really, really closely, and as it kind of went along, I kind of figured out, okay, there are guitars in it. They're just kind of not as prominent like you would normally expect. The bass is actually the most prominent instrument on this, and what makes this very interesting is with the guitars so low in the mix, it sounds it's like black metal even more stripped down, if you can imagine such a thing. I don't know. There's been some people that I've heard talking about this saying it seems kind of I don't know, fucking what's that fucking word? Anyway, just talking about it just seems kind of pretentious. But I've really, really enjoyed it. It's been something that I've had to kind of listen to a few times to kind of really get into it. But yeah, man, it's really unique, honestly. The bass work is really good, and it's nice to really kind of see that instrument taking center stage. Overall, it's kind of refreshing for me to listen to it. And I need to check out more stuff. I'm pretty sure there's a couple other EPs, and there's at least one other EP that I'm positive of, and I think all their stuff's on Nuclear War now. So check this out. I really want to know what you guys think of about this. It's just kind of for me, it's like very familiar riffs, but kind of done in a certain way where it kind of gives a fresh perspective on it. But Cemetery Lights, I've really been digging this lately, so let me know what you think. Very interesting stuff. So yeah, that's really all I had. I thought this was going to easily take over 30 minutes, but thank you guys, everyone out there who's supported me even when I've been gone all this time. Trust me, it means more to me than you'll ever fucking know that you guys stuck with me. I think next up I've got so many tapes to talk about. There's probably going to be a tape extravaganza in the next video, and after that, gotta get back into the vinyl, man. I've got easily I'm not really picked up that much vinyl this year, but I've got I don't know, I want to say probably 10 or 15 that I haven't even shown. So I want to get into that as quickly as possible. So thank you guys for watching this and staying patient with me. And yeah, we'll see you next time.